Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mkenya Marekani. Today we are in a very, very special place. This is hii ni kama White House, yeah? State House, okay? So, and here I have a good friend of mine who will be telling us, it's like we'll be touring around, okay? So, why is this thing zooming in and out? Okay, so I have a good friend of mine here. He's called Bwana JS. Karibu sana ndani ya Mkenya Marekani.
Asante.
Leo umetuleta tour.
Leo nimesema Mkenya Marekani aone venye Britain kuko, I mean.
Yeah.
Akuwe na bit of history here and there.
Yeah. Probably first things first. Introduction kidogo ya who you are. Ulikuja hapa mwaka gani?
So mi nimekama hapa hivi 2020 wakati COVID imeshika.
Yeah.
That's when I came in. Been here for around 4 years. Come through church.
Yeah.
Came to do a few things here and there, but so tuko kwa ministry moja hapa Slough, inaitwa Higher Heights Church.
Yeah.
You can check us on YouTube if
very
you may.
fast.
Yeah, so I've been here tukizunguka hii mtaa.
Yeah.
And doing different things in Britain. I don't know, tunafanya vitu mingi sana hapa.
Kweli.
Za kujenga maisha.
Kujenga maisha?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So leo tuko wapi?
Today we're in Buckingham Palace. Our first stop.
Yeah.
This is Mali, the royal family wanna discharge the king.
Yeah.
One of the palaces in the UK where the king, this is like the main one.
Yeah.
Where the king uses to discharge his duties. This one is regarded as the second most expensive private property in the whole world.
Wow,
I think last I checked it was valued at around 2 billion pounds. Last time I checked, it's the second most expensive private property in the whole world. With a very rich history.
Wow. Yeah, so who lives here now?
Mfalme anaishi hapa, anafanya duties zake hapa. But the king can live in different palaces. Kuna mingi sana hapa UK. But mainly ndio the official. Anytime kuna inaugurations, kuna official duties to be done that have to do with the monarchy, zinafanywa hapa.
Wow.
The last time the queen died, they published her death by sticking the announcement on this gate. Hapo ndio sasa mnaambiwa the king or the queen pass on.
Yeah.
And then from there, it becomes official.
So what are I see there's some symbols. Is this like the flag or what it says?
Yeah, these
the
are
two lions, or the horses and lion.
4 symbols. I think these are the 3 lions represent England. I think the harp is, I can't remember really about but I know is nne venye ziko. Zina represent United Kingdom. I can't really remember, but I know the 3 lions represent England, the unicorn as well. I need to revisit my whatever.
Your civics.
Yes, I have read it somewhere.
Yeah.
And I know kind of what it means. It's just not on top of my head as we talk.
So and I see some guards over there. So wale guards wanakonga wana guard tu around hapa. Hao ndio makarao sasa hapa.
Yes.
Hatari sana.
Wale ni lakini palace guards. I wish we came in earlier kuwa na change of guard. It's one of the most beautiful events that you can have. Yeah.
Wow. So how long was this thing built, by the way? Ama hiyo ni swali ngumu sana. Hiyo to pass.
Like
na huku nyuma sasa hizi monuments hapa nyuma. Tumeona queen the other side.
Yeah, she's one of the former queen. She's the same one. Kienda Windsor pale. Utamwangalia, utamuona ameshika chombo cha kutawala
akiwa na sare rasmi
na kuambia
na vyombo vya
kutawala.
So here tuko which side of London?
Kutoka katikati ya London.
Yeah.
Pale mbele ukiangalia naona London Eye imekuangalia pale. Tutafika pale tuangalie London Eye venye inakaa.
Yeah.
Na tutaenda kuona vibogoyo Chelsea. Mbwa ambaye meno imeisha.
ama ni simba aliyekufa.
Simba aliyekufa.
Football is a very huge thing here.
Football is a culture. It's almost like a religion, man.
Yeah.
It's almost like a religion. Yeah.
One of the things nimeenda kuja kuunderstand ni kwamba mtu anaweza hata job on a ball.
Yes.
Is that serious?
It's very serious. If you check most games, hata games that have to do with Premier League.
Yeah.
Hata cups zingine like Carabao Cup and all of that,
yeah.
You know, that are not as prestigious. You will still find full stadiums zimejaa.
Yeah.
The stadium iko na capacity ya 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 week in week out. The clubs, they make loads of money, man, with
la. Unajua watu nadhani ukifika London so unaweza ingia matches. What are some of the tickets, the rates?
So kuna good rates, but what clubs do ni every season kuna what you call season membership.
Yeah.
So with season membership, that's how they have restricted most of the tickets to that. It's only members who can be able to buy my tickets unless unatumia sijui route gani, which they have really tried to cut. Yeah. So that they ensure that anyone who is buying hizo matiko ni member wa hiyo club. So what they do ni kuna like for the only club kwa hii mtaa Arsenal ni around £30 per season.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Manchester versus Arsenal, eh?
Yeah, watu wa Manchester tumekuwa tunaombea jana na wamefaulu. Sasa so you pay like £30 per season and then you are able to buy your tickets. It depends, tickets depend on the category of the match. Like Arsenal Man City could be a category A match.
Yeah.
It is a category A match. So it's more expensive. Champions League, it's expensive, but then again utapata kuna matches zingine it's not category A. They are affordable to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So soccer is under what docket of the government? Is it private or what is it?
No, it's
who controls it?
I need to find that out. I think tulikuja hapa tukakuwa obsessed na Arsenal to find out who sponsors these guys.
Yeah.
Who sponsors these guys? But of course, everything that is done within the UK, I think there's a Ministry of Sports. Everything that is done through the government because it has a very huge support. You remember the process here to change the owners of Chelsea from the previous owner to the current owners. The government really played a very central role kwa transfer ya hiyo club. So it tells you that the government has a very central role to play kwa hizi clubs.
Yeah, and of course they get a lot of taxes from these games.
Of course,
that around, yeah.
Footballers are amongst the highest taxed guys in the UK. Yeah.
So, like, I know you're a pastor in your church, and I see young men playing soccer.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you're doing,
so currently
to cap these talents?
So currently we work with an organization inaitwa the Afro-Caribbean Heritage Society.
Yeah.
So the Afro-Caribbean Heritage Society, what we do is we major on empowering the people from Africa, the Caribbean, and all of that. So what we are currently doing, one of our key leaders in that docket is one man called Alan, who is a former professional footballer. So he runs his own academy, and recently he had a massive recruitment for all young people who are interested in football.
Yeah.
So we would hand everyone who is interested in football.
They are marching now.
Yeah,
you can keep talking.
Yeah, anyone who is interested in football, we give them over to Alan, and Alan is able to help them from there.
Is he changing guards or is just amechoka kusimama?
Piga raundi zake.
Piga raundi zake.
Yeah.
Where? Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is historic, bana, because you don't get to see these things. Yeah, you don't get to see this. This is protected site. Ala, kuna amri jeshi wanakuja hivi tena.
Nipata BA hapo.
Ela.
Wow. Kuna pasta anakuja kuhubiri hapo. Naona ameleta pulpit.
Kuna mchungaji anakuja kufunga.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But anyway,
yeah, that's joking, yeah, that's some good stuff. So hey bro, so how is it dealing with young people? You know, in America we have a lot of young people dealing with drug abuse, addiction, DUIs. I don't know what you call when you get drinking and driving under influence.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call those.
Yeah.
We have a lot of young men in jails. How are you? I don't know if you have such here, but probably you can just elaborate a little bit on what you're doing.
Yeah, so technically young people hapa they go through the same problem, but one of the major things zenye ina affect watu wadogo hapa ni gangs. There is what you call OCGs, organized crime gangs. And these gangs are divided into several categories. A report recently was done where we live about how different towns ziko na different gangs. So hizi gangs zinakuanga involved na mambo mob. One of the biggest things in the UK is knife crime. Wase kudungana mavisu nini. So that is very very major here. So na mambo ya drugs pia iko very high.
Yeah.
You know, there are things like county lines and all of that. Most people, they say that by the age of 7, between the age of 7 and the age of 11, most young people wanakonga encounter drugs. Either alitumwa na mse ama witness mse akitumia dawa. And by the age of 9 unasikia mtoi amejaribu kusmoke illegally, of course. And what like currently we are doing in our own space. Recently we got into contact with an organization inaitwa AA, Anonymous Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
So what it does is it helps young people who are struggling with alcoholism, but it uses an anonymous approach, because labda, let's say for example, umse kwa state kwa society anaonekana ni mse fulani, lakini in private
ni mse struggle,
akona struggle, so they create those platforms.
Yeah.
Well, that one thing also ni to create clubs. Like one of the things we are really trying to work on is to create a social space to ensure that most of these young people are not idle and doing, you know, because what watoi wengi wakiwa wa young, because mtoi ako idle, ndio unapatanga ukiingia kwa hii maneno. So unapata we are really trying. In fact, the top 3 priorities for like our bara, which is Slough, one of them ni kutackle vitu kama isolation, because isolation you and probably is the same thing in the US, but after life people are not very social like they are in Africa. You know, in Africa is very easy, utoke hapo mpatane na mse kwa mat, msalimie, you just talk the whole time. Life here is very different. People are very private. So unapata the fact that people are by themselves wanaingia into depression, wanaingia into different things. So we are currently really trying to work a lot with the young people. Where we are as a church, we have a setup. We have 3 levels za young people. So mtoi akitani 11 anaingia to teens church. So we have a class that is between 11 and 13, 14 to 17, and then we have a youth church that is around between 17 years to 24 years. So what we try to do is to engage them as much as possible with activities from our own side. But so si tunafanya our own part to try and engage the young people, to try and you know, ensure that they are engaged as enough as possible. ndio kuensure hawaingii kwa mambo kama hii. Yeah, because it's really on the rampant.
Yeah.
Well,
I know Kenyans in diaspora wanataka kuingia kubai megoda broti makuta, so they find themselves doing too much work. Neglecting the children, neglecting spouses. Watu wako wamewachwa bwana. Pia wazee wafanyi jukumu, mama wafanyi jukumu. What's your take as one of the leaders around here, and how you can help them?
I think at the end of the
advice.
At the end of the day, it's hiyo pesa unatafutia nani? If family is king, at the end of the day, family is king. After friends wamekam kwa bari waende, family ndio ubaki.
Family ndio inabakia.
Na your void will never be felt in your company as much as it will be felt in your family. In fact, if you go when ukikufa leo, they can find a replacement the next minute. But your children, hawezi pata another replacement. Your wife or your husband can never get another replacement. Is what we were saying the other day. There's a difference between people who are running away from poverty and people who are pursuing wealth. Those people don't pursue money the same way. So I think what I would call for is a balance, because money is important, because we live in a country of bills. You know, everything is bills. Everything, like unalipa, the rent is high and all of that, council tax, road tax, all of that. All types of taxes. So I think it's to find a balance. And when you find a balance, like hata ukiangalia the education system here, the parent does more than we do in Africa.
Correct.
In Africa mwalimu
anafanya kila kitu.
Anakari most of the weight. The parent
mpaka akianguka, mtoto akianguka mtihani una blame mwalimu.
Una blame mwalimu. You know, na Africa kila mzazi unajua alikuwa number 1. Hapa mtoi atajua, because mtoi atakuuliza. And one thing I like about the education system here is that si education ni cramming, ni education ni reasoning. So a child can tell, you know, mzazi ana reason aje.
Aujue sababu wanajua. Hawagere noti.
So one thing I really would advise, strike a balance. It's not easy, and I cannot say it's even easy for us, but try and strike a balance. Because if you strike a balance, your kids feel your presence, your spouse feels your presence, and you're also able to take care of yourself. You know, money is not everything.
I think we'll cut this interview short, because it's kind of cold here, man. This brother of mine needs some tea, some chai. We'll take some few pictures here, and then we go to the next destination. Big up. Thank you guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mkenya Marekani, ndani ya Palace ya Queen ama King. Cheers. God bless you.
Utaona either